Hi guys, FrostFangs here, and welcome back once again, of course, to another Paladins video on the PTS. Of course, we're going to be playing some Terminus today, and you're in for one hell of a video. I'm not sure if this is going to go out before or after the Sky one. I'm recording it afterwards, but it might end up going out before. That's because the Sky video was like an hour plus long, like the actual recording of it, so not sure if that's going to go out first or after this. But we're playing Term today, and he is just as busted as Sky, which is why I bring that up, because he has some cards that don't work the way they're meant to work, and in his case, it's actually pretty massively to his advantage, whereas Sky, it was to her disadvantage. We do have two separate alerts, which we'll be running one game with each, most likely. Before we do go through the alerts and before we jump into a match, though, I will go through all of the changes he's having in this update. He's had Shadowfall pulled down from 15 to 12, which is a pretty damn big decrease. That is 3 seconds being pulled off of it, although he is having a pretty significant nerf to his ult. It's going from 4k to 2.6k, which is really severe. It's going down by 1.4k damage. Definitely not going to notice it as much on the squishy characters, but on the tanks, for sure, that ult is going to feel a lot weaker. I have played a decent amount of Term on the PTS already, probably 4 or 5 games with the new loadouts and his new changes, and he feels pretty damn good, mainly because a lot of the other tanks have been nerfed, and Term is in a very similar spot. The only thing that really got nerfed with him is his ultimate. All the rest of his changes are actually based around his cards and stuff. Playing God was pulled down from 5% to 3%, which means that nobody's really going to run his card anymore, even at max level. 15% of the damage you take really isn't all that much, and I can't really see many people actually using this. It Watches was buffed from 2% to 3%. It Waits was buffed from 0.2 to 0.3. It Follows was buffed from 1% to 2%. Abomination was buffed from 1% to 3%, and these may seem like really small changes, but just give me a minute, and once I get to the explanation, you'll see why some of these make a really big difference. And yeah, the last two are Devastation, which was pulled from 50 to 60, and Blood and Stone, which was completely changed, I think, from Lifesteal to Generating Power Siphon Charge, although in the patch notes it says 10%, in-game it's actually 5. I'm not sure which one is correct. As far as I know, the ones that are in-game are the more accurate ones, so I'm pretty sure they ended up deciding on 5% instead of 10, and now we'll get into the explanation of how he's pretty damn broken, and this is something that has actually been in the game for a decent amount of time, as far as I know, but I've only now noticed it and known about it in the PTS. It's not really that he's broken, I guess that wouldn't be the right word, it's just that the card isn't describing what's actually happening in-game. There's a very clear disconnect. So as you can see, throughout these 4 cards, I'll just do a little bit of a baseline thing. We've got Blood and Stone, which is Generating Power Siphon Charge. Okay, that's your Q. You've then got It Watches, which is Power Siphon Charge, which is your Q. And you have Abomination, which is Calamity Blast, which is those 4 charges you've got that you can fire out, and then Forsaken, which is also Calamity Blast. Now, Forsaken works correctly. You get 10% of one of those blasts for every person you hit, so if you have that 50%, 2 slashes on somebody will give you a charge, and if you hit multiple people, it gives you multiple charges. You know how that works. Blood and Stone gives you Power Siphon Charge, so it gives you a percentage of your Q, and It Watches, as far as I know, also gives you a percentage of your Q. I didn't really test these two that much, because these two definitely wouldn't be the ones I would see being a massive problem, because that's on your F, that's on your left click, although they are actually pretty decent cards. As far as I could tell, they both work correctly. The one that doesn't work correctly is Abomination. As you can see there, generate a percentage of a Calamity Blast, just like a Forsaken, where it gives you one of your 4 charges for every Calamity Blast you hit. So essentially the way this should work, according to the wording, although I don't really think it would be that strong if it does work the way it's supposed to work, is you'd fire out your charges and you generate more charges for landing your charges, instead of landing them and generating a percentage of your Q, so you can pull up your Q again. But at 15% at max level, that still wouldn't be very strong, because firing 4 charges and landing them wouldn't even generate you a full charge. So I'm pretty sure the wording on it is just wrong. I'm pretty sure instead of Calamity Blast, that is meant to say a Power Siphon, because currently this card, if you land right clicks on people, it generates a percentage of your Q, so you can hold your immunity wall up longer. But at max level, 15% of your Power Siphon for each charge you land is genuinely ridiculous, which is why we have this loadout. I didn't do a great job of explaining that, but I'm pretty sure the thing I'm trying to say is in there somewhere. So we've got Abomination 4, a Necromantic Might 4, and Power Slave 2, Unfeeling, and a Devastation. So this is like the tanky way of playing Terminus. You generate your Q back when you land your right click. You also have to absorb way less to actually generate the right click in the first place, and you also heal pretty massively when you land that right click. And this is the other version of the loadout, which I've gone against a ton on the PTS. A lot of people have actually been rocking this, and it's honestly for a good reason. On the small maps, this absolutely shreds. You have It Follows, which was doubled. This at max level before was 5% movement speed, now it is currently 10, so with 4 charges you get a 40% movement speed buff. Nimble has also been nerfed this patch, so that seems even stronger, considering, you know, Nimble was nerfed. Power Slave in there 3, so you're a little bit faster in your Q, and It Waits, which was also buffed from 0.2, which is 1 second at max level, to 1.5 seconds. So for every second you hold your Q up, you take 1.5 seconds off of the F. This is ideally meant to be comboed with Crush, the one that gives you a stun on your F. We also have a Necromantic Might and Unfeeling in there, level 1. But yeah, none of his talents were changed, so if you're going for Decimation, this works really well. Defensive, and if you want to go for Crush and you want to play aggressive, this works just as well. They're both ridiculously strong loadouts. We're going to be playing with them today. I feel like the intro for today's video has already been really long, so I won't drag it out anymore. Let's actually just jump into a match. I just needed to get that explanation out of the way, because people don't understand how Abomination works currently. I went into the target practice, and it's basically that this card doesn't line up with Forsaken, like it should. Instead, it lines up with Blood and Stone, and it watches. Looks like for game 1, we've got Siege Shadow Desert. We'll go ahead and lock in our Terminus. I'll just use his recolor, which is one of my favorites in the game. We've got a Tiberius and a Pip. I'm pretty sure they mean for it to actually generate Siphon, so I think it's working correctly. I just think the description of the card is wrong, and a lot of people aren't picking it up because they think it generates your charge instead of your Q. We'll probably go for it in this one because I don't really see myself going for the stun here. I don't think it would be that useful, but I would kind of counter the ROM. I'm not really sure. We've got Tiberius, a Pip, a Nessa, a Maeve, and me on turn. We're up against Strix, Tiberius, Ceres, Pip, and ROM. So 2 Pips and 2 Tiberiuses. Tiberius Sai? I don't know. I've actually really been enjoying Terminus on the PTS. I feel like he's in a pretty kick-ass position at the moment, and yeah, given the situation, I think we're probably best off going for Decimation just because I can unleash charges into that ROM and kind of shut him down a bit. Crush would be nice because we could stun him out of his F, but he's so fast I don't really know if that would work very well, so we'll go for this and we'll go for the one that's got Abomination and Devastation. Hopefully I did an okay job explaining what I was trying to go for. Should we go for Nimble straight off the bat? I feel like Nimble might be a good choice. It is only 150 now. I'm just going to get tier 2 Nimble, 15% movement speed nearly straight off the bat. We've got Illuminate 2 on Tiberius. He's going for Tiger's Fury, Combat Medic with Death Hand, Steady Aim, Cat Burglar, Nocturnal, Mortal Reach, Tiger's Fury, Enforcer, and then Cardlist. I should go for the stun here. Like realistically, the stun would probably be a better choice. I just don't feel like I'd actually really be able to land the stun very consistently because of the fact that he moves so quickly. Let's just go ahead and fire out some charges, and as you can see, that basically fully regened my Q, which is not how it's meant to work according to the card. So there we go. Let's get an F on him, a thing, and then a slash and a slash. I don't really know what you're doing here, Rom. Is your F on cooldown or what's going on? Just throw out a right click. There you go. Freaking 12% of our Q back whenever I land one. It's genuinely ridiculous. It's meant to generate your little charges that I'm throwing up, but like I said, does not work the way it's meant to according to the card. Let's just absorb some more stuff if we can. I think he recognizes me because he's emoting, but no, I guess we can emote back. I do like this one quite a bit. Well, his F's on cooldown now, so I'm not really sure what his plan is. I'm pretty sure we can go through him. Tiberius is just hitting him at the back. I'll pull up the Q for a sec and then just, I guess, absorb all of his stuff. There's 3 charges. Hit him again. Pull up some more stuff with the Q. Cool. There's 3 for you. There's my Q again. Hello, Tiberius. You can go through my thing with your Q, which is annoying. I'm probably dead. Do I ult? Nah, I'm just going to leave it. Yeah, I guess that's something worth mentioning is Tiberius is kind of like a soft counter a little bit to turn because he can throw his sword directly through your Q, which is one of the few things in the game that can actually go through it. So it's technically like a small little nerf to him. Just go ahead and land that on you. Go pull up the Q again. Just unleash the charges. We also get a nice heal from it, which is cool. Build up the Q again. Just deny this Tiberius as much as we can. There's some charges. Cool. My Q is basically fully regen. I actually rocked this card in live. If you remember in a Terminus video not that long ago, I actually had this card in live when it was 5%, and now it is currently 15 at max, which is 3 times as good. Obviously, we can just absorb some stuff. He's going to go ahead and use his thing. All right, cool. Let's maybe get rid of the Ceres. Never mind, she's in her invis. What is my plan here? There goes Tiberius. Nice. I'm not sure how Canessa killed him, considering it looked like he was doing the spinny thing, but there's 2 charges. Slash. I can pull up the Q up again. All right, cool. There's 2 charges, and I can pull up the Q again, and wait for it. There's 2 charges, and I can pull up the Q again. It's just the same thing over and over again. It's mad. Let's go ahead and dink her with a right click. There we go. Do I just, I guess, try and rush at you? That's not really going to work. Even though I've got Nimble too, I'm still pretty slow. I'm just going to hit 3 charges into you. There's a slash. I think Strix is here somewhere. I'm not really sure. I'm just kind of slashing blindly. I don't know exactly where he went, but that's the Ceres. Use the F. Hit her with a thing. There's a thing. There's another thing, and there's a kill. Oh no, she healed up. Okay, that could have been so much better if I actually just did that properly. Just absorb as much stuff as we can. Throw out some charges over there. There we go. We got more back than we actually originally had. That's ridiculous. I guess I can use my ult. Should we just go for it? I feel like I should. Can we kill the Ceres? Oh, she's still up. I tried to hit her with the thing. I'm somehow still up here. There's 2 charges for you. Do I ult? I don't know if it even makes sense. I think I should just go for it. I'm gonna just go for it. Is that not going to stop overtime? Why doesn't that stop overtime? As far as I remember, that's meant to stop overtime, isn't it? Tiberius just said, Pog, verified player. I just dropped her curses. As far as I remember, when you use your ult, it's meant to be able to capture the objective. Unless I'm just wrong about that, which I definitely could be. I don't really know. We've got Max Nimble. What do I go for next? Do I get freaking Haven? I feel like Haven is probably a pretty safe bet. Might just get Haven, Illuminate, and Cauterize there. We'll see. Max Nimble is working pretty well so far, though. I can just pull up the cube. There's 4 charges for you. There we go. We've got all of our Q back as well. He's actually having to retreat here because obviously we chugged a ton of his health off. Tiberius is seemingly going in. I'm not really sure where he's going. I guess he's going into the back line. Sure, I'm just going to continuously sit on this point and dink that Ceres, I guess. Slash, another slash, and a hit, a slash. He's just going to go ahead and do that. We can just block it. There's 4 thingies for you, and we've got it all back. There's 2 more. Don't know if I hit him. There's my Q again. That is Pip ulting. I don't know how I didn't absorb the projectile from that. Already a little bit confused about how I couldn't hold overtime, but that's another one that's just thrown me off a little bit. We'll just, I guess, unload 4 charges into you. There we go. Pull up the Q, and you are gone. I have Illuminate too, so there we go. We just solo killed a Strix. As dink for the Ceres. I'm healing for 240 every time I land once. That's kind of nice. I reckon if I went for Crush, it would have been the wrong decision just because of the fact that that ROM is really, really mobile when he's using his F, but absorb some stuff. There's a charge, there's a slash. I'm going to have so much damage. I can't even block him. It's so annoying. There's nothing I can do. I just kind of have to accept the fact that he's in it, but there we go. There goes Tiberius. I'm just going to pull up the Q and block some stuff if I can. That Strix is over there. I know he's invis. No, okay. Well, I got ulted. I generated 4 charges. Do I go for the ult here? I'm not gonna. I'm gonna save it. No, that's Ceres going for the ult. I'll just pull up the Q. It's quite a passive game, to be honest. It's all been kind of peaceful. There's some charges. There's the Q. There's 2 hits into you. Cool. We've got our Q back again. There's a slash. There's a slash. Bring up the Q and absorb as much stuff as I can. I have got the ult, but I don't really feel like it makes sense for me to use it. I did have my Q up there. I think I died to Ceres though. Or Strix killed me. Where even is the Strix? There's a little dink for you, Strix. Pull up the Q. Okay, cool. Ram is just consistently battering me. That is a bit of a counter as well to term, which I should probably mention is Ram kind of counters you a tad. There's the Q. Cool. There's a charge. There's a slash. There is the Q. I wish that more people than just him would fire into me, but there's 2. There's a slash. There's the Q. How am I still alive? It doesn't seem like they're going to be able to hold overtime. They're miles away. So there we go. 2-2. 9 minutes. Didn't expect this to be a long siege game, but I guess that's what we got. Definitely not an ideal situation to show off what we're going for, but you know, we're not doing too bad. We do only have 1 max cauterize on Tiberius, and then Kinessa has caught 2, and then Def Hands 2. Pip has max Def Hands, which I guess kind of makes sense. He's going for a combat medic. I think I'll probably get it now as my last item, but I don't really understand why Maeve hasn't got it. A little bit weird, but you know, whatever you go for, whatever you want to go for. There's 2 hits. That's just Pip ulting me again. 2 of us just running around. Am I dead or am I fine? No, we're fine. Okay, cool. There's a slash. There's a hit. There's a slash. Cool. We just counter ulted the Pip, although obviously it's not my ult. Strix is just there. I don't know why he's sitting so close. I don't know where he is now. He's a little bit further back. Why was he so close though, Strix? I'm confused. That's Ram ulting. Thank you for 4 charges. A little bit buggy. You know, I'm not going to complain because he's been running around his F all game, but I think it's because he didn't realize you can't fully spin when you use that ult. That's why he got kind of locked looking at the wall, but Tiberius just took 2 of them out before he died. Strix is over there somewhere because I heard him invis and he just ran past the point, so sure, I guess I'll just take the 3-2. Why is it triggering overtime? Oh, was he on it? I didn't realize he was on it. I knew he was behind me, but I didn't realize he was actually there. There goes Pip again. We'll just absorb some goodies. There's some hits. There's a slash. Bring up the Q again. Thank you very much. Ceres went for the ult, but we blocked it. There's 4 charges. We've got our Q up basically consistently whenever people actually just hit into us. Especially when you combat with this talent, it works very, very well. He's not got his F, so I'm just going to start slashing and just, you know, keep hitting him consistently. Team, you want to help me with this Ram, or is this all me? Okay, I think the Tiberius and the Kinessa helped me out a bit there, but he's out. There's a little dink for you for 350. I reckon I'm probably dead here. I'm on like 1,000 health. I'm just waiting for somebody to hit me. There we go. Strix, thank you for firing into my thing. Tiberius is jumping in. There's some charges for you. We actually just killed him. That was cheeky, and I got a bunch of my Q back. I'm totally dead to this Tiberius, unless I can block it with my Q, which I guess I can. Did I block that, or did I just not take very much damage? Hello, Ram. You're just making this play again. It's so not fun to go against. I really hope that they do something about that. Even though I use it and I think it's tons of fun, it is really not fun to go against. It's one of like the cheesiest things you can actually play against because there's nothing you can do. I can absorb that and get full stacks, but it still stuns me. A little bit weird, but there's some more little hits. Hello, enemy team. What's poppin'? I kind of want to just ult here in the middle of everybody. I'm just going to ult here. Sure, I bet they can tell that that was the setup I was going for, but I don't know if I even got anybody. Don't think I did. 4 charges. We got the Q back, and there's another 4 charges, and we got the Q back. This is how ridiculous this is. I just consistently have my Q full, and considering there's no way you can even counter this, it feels ridiculous. Ram is just running around like a madman. We might be able to kill him though. Slash. I'm just going to keep hitting him here. I don't have any cauterize, but I don't think he's getting healed by Ceres, so he is gone. Nice. That's Tiberius going in. We can, I think, absorb that with the Q. Yeah, it did give me stacks there. We'll just continuously absorb some stuff. Should I go in on this Strix? I feel like he's just here somewhere. There's the Q. There's 4 charges. Never mind, I'm dead to Pip. I feel like it's been a really, really chill match. Maybe it's just because I'm recording early and I'm kind of chill myself, but it feels like a really chill game overall. I'm just kind of getting in the way, throwing my blasts out, regenning my Q, just doing that over and over again. And when people don't fire into me, it obviously doesn't work very well, but for the most part though, when it's me between like the enemy team and my team, it works quite well. Do you think I don't see you, Tiberius? Did you really think you were that slick, my guy? Alright, cool. I'm just going to pressure their backline here. It is 3-3. I feel like if I continue to keep pressure on them, it will work out, but let's maybe go for the Ceres. She just instantly teleports away though when she has her F. I can kind of chase her a bit. Okay, Tiberius, I see what you're going for. Where is she? She's just over here. Maybe we'll be able to get rid of her. Yeah, I'm not really sure what my plan is here. I'm distracting 2 of them, so I guess that's cool. I'm dead because I'm pretty sure Strix is behind me. Yeah, alright, fair enough. Don't know if I'd say that play ended up making sense, but I guess it technically didn't, you know, work badly. Okay, he just went for the ult. There's a dink for him. There's the Q. Cool. There's 2 charges. Tiberius is just there on left. Thank you for giving me more of my Q back. Basically, the more they fire into you, the more of your Q you actually have. It's really, really quite punishing for the enemy team. Am I dead here? I'm probably dead. I do have the ult. Maybe I go for the ult. Can I ult if Pip kills me in this? I'm actually not sure. Oh, I can. Okay, cool. So we'll just go for it. I don't think I'm going to hit anybody. Nope, there's a hit. There's the Q again. Cool. Okay, 4 charges. There's 4 charges. Use the Q. This is how ridiculous this is. There's 3 charges. There's the Q. Okay, cool. Ceres is going for like an ult thing. There's a bunch of damage. There's the Q again. And there's 4 charges. I was legit making the same play over and over again there until eventually all of them looked at me and I just died. I just emptied like 5 entire Qs. That was ridiculous. Let's finish off a core, even though Haven would have probably helped me out more here because I'm not really using my left click. Everybody is up. We just got rid of their Strix. Maeve is gone. Pip is still alive. Canessa's still up, although she's getting kind of battered a little bit here. Hello, Pip slash, like, hit. There's another kill. Okay, there's the F. I think Tiberius is going for an ult, or it's ours. No, I'm just going to block shots for him. There we go. This kind of works. Do have max cauterize, so I guess I should be slashing you right. There's the Q. I don't know what's going on with his Q. I don't know if he's doing something to break it, or if it's just busted, because that's happened like 3 times now, but there we go. There's the win. I guess we deserve that. That felt like such a weird game, but who's going to have top play? There, Tiberius. I'm pretty sure that is, or maybe it's ours. I think that might be ours. Either way, there's the win, I guess. Yeah, it's our Tiberius. He got rid of theirs with like a flank. He gets rid of Pip, and then he goes into the ult. He goes around. He gets some dashes on the Strix, and then I'm guessing he kills the Ceres. I don't really know what that top play was, but he got a triple, so fair enough. All right, well, there we go. There are the stats for game 1. Shoutouts to Court. He called me out just there in the lobby. I'd say overall it was a pretty decent game, even if it was rather strange. We definitely had some weak links there. Looking at the Maeve, that is 616 of 55k. Pretty rough. Pip also didn't do crazy good. He definitely could have done better, but he didn't do terribly. We did about what I expected. 300 seconds on the point is pretty good, and then 112k damage, which is second highest, beaten out only by the Tiberius, who went 28-7, 174k. Definitely carried that game for us there. And then Nessa, I guess, did fine, although she had less damage than me there. On their side, their Tiberius did fine. Their Ceres did pretty decent. Pip did a bit weirdly there. Their Arm did fine, and then their Strix did a bit under average. Yeah, definitely not a bad game, just a bit of a weird one. Going against Ram, who's using that setup, is a pain in the ass. And I can't really complain either, because I was one of the first people, I think, to make a video on it, and I really enjoy playing it. It's a lot of fun to play. It's just really sucky to go against. Obviously, you can counter it if you have a team that has CC and stuff. It's really, really easy to deal with, but when you have a team that doesn't really have CC, it's a complete pain in the ass. Let's just jump into game 2 and hopefully not go against it again. Although we will be taking the much more active role this time around of going for the speed, the other loadout that we showed off, and also the stun on the F. We've got a Xena Tiberius, we've got Siege Stonekeep as the map. It looks like we're also going to have a Maeve. Our last pick is Genos. We're up against another Tiberius, a Barrack, a Dredge, Emoji, and a Damba. So the stun should work fine here. We'll go for Crush and then the loadout, which we've already gone through. Do I start off with Cauterize here for Damba? I don't really know if I should. Ripen to Gourd will be a pain in the ass if I don't, so I reckon I'm going to start off with Court. We are also slashing a lot more in this because of the stun and stuff. Luckily, it seems like we're getting a lot more Court this time around. We have 4 Courts and then Morale Boost on Genos, Cat Burglar, Tiger and Sphere, which is definitely the most popular talent I'm seeing, even though it doesn't deal full damage on the initial hit. As far as I know, that wasn't fixed. I'm still seeing it a ton. Scuttle, Ripen to Gourd, like I said, Boom Boom, and Architectronics. I understand why people pick the talent because the retrieval is a little bit slow and the explosion is way more useful, but overall the fact that it only deals 250 at the front is enough for me not to want to grab it. But I guess we're pushing up, absorb some stuff with the Q, which we're still obviously doing, but now we get a speed buff afterwards. Let's get some slashes. Let's go for the F and maybe land it on him. Did that not go upstairs as much as I thought it did? I guess not. There's a bunch of charges for you. There's also the Q, which I took forever to pull up. There's 2 more hits. How am I still alive? I honestly don't know myself. How am I still up? I don't know. There's a stun. Slash. This doesn't deal damage to me, even though it's freaking bright red. It looks like it does. It doesn't. I'm in a really tough spot. There's a hit. There's a slash. There's a slash. There's the Q. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and use the F aggressively. I'm just going to wiggle a little bit this way. We've nearly got the F. I'm just going to use it. Stun him. Never mind. He just used his thing. I'm just going to waddle in onto this term. That's not a term. I'm a term. Why am I so bad with names? Hello, Damba. I'm dead. I had like 200 health. Why did I just call attention to myself? There's a stun for you. There's a slash. There's a slash. Let's absorb some stuff with the Q. Slash. Another one, and he's out. Should I just stun you, Moji? I don't really know what my plan is. I guess I can just wait. Let's use the stun. Did I time that well? No, I didn't, but she's still dead. My timing on that was so bad. I always underestimate goddamn Moji Q. I feel like it's really short, but then when I'm up against it, it feels like it's goddamn forever. Do I just F over? Let's F over, see if we can get a stun or something. That is a one-man stun. Was hoping for a bit more than that. Maybe we can still survive here. Do I ult? Doesn't make sense for me to ult. I kind of want to ult just to not freaking have to walk back. That's a very lazy mentality. I'll just die. There's no point me ulting there. That would have got me nothing. Now we've got Court 2 and Nimble 2. Hello, Moji. You've got like no health, so I'll just go ahead and claim a free kill. You did heal up there from hitting the Tiberius, but she's out. That stun didn't hit you somehow. Maybe it's because she was spinning. I don't know. We'll absorb some stuff with the Q. It does give me a nice movement speed buff. Yep, there we go. We're max stacks. Look at how goddamn quick we are with Terminus. This is silly. Yeah, when we got max stacks, we are so goddamn speedy with this. It's kind of mental. Zin is just running in. I'm going to keep pushing the payload. This is my current job, I guess. Welcome back to another Objective Boy video. We'll use the F stun the Moji. Oh, there we go. Free kill city. Hell yeah. Sadly, you have to empty all of your charges. I kind of wish I could hold on to 2 of those, but it's fine. Let's also get rid of this barrack. Sin just ulted him there for no reason. Jesus Christ. Can I make the jump up here? I don't know if I actually can. Let's go for it. See if we can make the jump. I did, but it didn't go through walls as much as I thought it would. There we go. He's actually gone. So aggressive play kind of worked out there. Guess I'll just keep pushing the point. This is actually working quite well so far. Go for the F on the barrack. There's a stun. There's a slash. There's a slash. General's damage buff is definitely amping this up quite a bit. He is gone. We'll use Q again. We are now full speed. We also get a bunch of cooldown reduced off of our F when we hold that Q up. So there is a stun. There goes down, but pull up the Q again. Let's also get rid of this dredge. Don't know why Tiberius is suddenly missing a ton of shots, but there Tiberius is going for the ult push successful. Nice, and he is dead. There we go. Okay, 2-0. I'll take it. Probably should have actually used this in the first match because it's way more fun, but I don't really know if it would have worked for that map. But either way, it's working quite well now. We'll go and play aggressively. Just hit him straight off the bat with a stun. There we go. Pull up the Q. A 1-second stun also may not seem like much, but in an actual game, a 1-second stun is pretty mental. We've got 3 stacks. I'm just going to use the F again. Just dodge that Moji. That was a freaking pro tier play right there, and she is 4 charges. Gone. There we go. That is a team wipe. Jesus Christ, look at that kill feed. Nice. Well done, team. I'll just sit back on the point. You guys go do your thing. See you later. Also, Maeve said earlier, this new VGS system is terrible. Who even asked for this? And that's a valid point. I've seen a lot of people complaining about the VGS system, and for good reason. It is definitely clunky considering how many people are adjusted to the original one. I would just kind of like the option to revert it back. I understand why they haven't done that, because obviously they want you to learn the new one. I reckon if enough people complain, they'll probably go back to the old one, but this is definitely more friendly to new people. I guess the expense of old people being kind of screwed over a little bit. Let's just continuously slash this Moji because we are max speed term. There goes the dredge. Okay, there we go. Took a little minute, and there goes the Moji. I'm just going to ult here. Maybe we can get rid of 1 or 2 of them. Oh, Moji's totally dead. Yep, there we go. Nice. I actually used my ult semi-decently. There's 4 charges. Probably shouldn't have done that, but there is a stun. He's going to die anyway, so it's fine. There's the Q and double charge. Nice. He's out. Hello, Tiberius. I can just block some stuff. Oh, don't really know what you're going for. Who's hitting me? Oh, freaking barrack. Let's use the F on him. Nope, he's way too far. Honestly, I'd say both of the playstyles work well for term. It really just depends on what you prefer actually doing. If you prefer being active and running up at people's faces, then this is by far the better choice. But if you prefer like a more methodical approach where you'll sit back a little bit more and you kind of take up the role of being a tank a bit more, then you're obviously going to prefer the others. Let's go. And I guess F ourselves inwards. Boom. That's a 2-man stun. Get bodied, enemy team. Jesus Christ, that was aggressive. Let's also get rid of the dredge. Oh, hello, barrack. There's a slash. There's a slash. He's out. There's a hit. Okay, cool. I guess we'll just go ahead and take the 4-0 at 8 minutes. Go F on this Moji before the game's over. There we go. There's the victory. Sure, that was an under 8-minute freaking 4-0 siege. Well done, team. I did my role. Everybody else did theirs. Maeve is the gal who will top play. Her legendary skin looks pretty good. Is it called legendary skin? Her mastery skin. That's the word I'm looking for. And it is her dashing over. She gets rid of the dredge. She actually uses her ult first. Can't really tell because the weapons are bugged on the PTS in the freaking end screen. But there we go. It's her getting rid of the dredge. She ulted so she got like 3 assists as well. Alright, fair enough. She realized that was going to be top play because she only got 2 of them, but we team wiped, so she got 3 assists because of the fact that she used her ult. And there we go. There are the stats for game 2. DK, Lamos, and Carnival both just said that the VGS is really crappy, which I can kind of agree with. It feels really clunky to me. I actually haven't really seen anybody say that they really love the new VGS system. I've just seen a bunch of people who really dislike it, and I'm, I guess, kind of part of that group. I would rather just have the old one back because I'm used to it, and I don't really see any benefit to the new one for me, but I can also kind of understand that for newer players, the new VGS is a bit better, but I don't know. I feel like the old one was fine. But if we do go through the stats, I did pretty decent. 12-2, 15 streak, 170 seconds on the point, and 40k damage. Quite happy with that. Zin, shredded. Jones did a great job. Maeve, shredded, and Tiberius, I guess, is the worst out of that set, but he also didn't do badly. 448 is not a bad stat. Their Tiberius did kind of similar to ours. Their Barrack did, I guess, fine. Dredge did, I guess, fine. Moji did, I guess, fine. And Dama did pretty good. Overall, we were just a stronger and more put together team there for sure. I'd say it really just depends on the situation and your personal preference for playstyle, but both of them work very differently, but they work just as well. That would be the right way to describe it. If this card did actually work the way it says it does, then it would be nowhere near as strong because you'd just be generating a percentage of your right click when you use your right click instead of generating your Q, which is, I think, what they're intending for it to do. I think it works as intended. I just think the card description's wrong. And yeah, thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Thank you for the insane amount of support you've been dropping on the PTS video so far. I'm gonna keep them coming. I got tons of more stuff I want to cover, and you guys have just been shredding it with the support on the video, so of course I got even more reason to keep them coming for you guys. But thank you for watching. Yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys all really soon, and as always, stay frost there.